let's see how it does when it's compared to some really good contenders. Now this is the part of the show where we turn it over to you guys, the Metal Mob. So this is how it works. For a super chat of any amount, you
Hey guys, this is Kari from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate Super Chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the Super Chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Buddy, hello, welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night.
What's going on?
And happy Valentine's Day. I'm Kari, this is Jarrod.
What's up, guys? Good to see you all here.
It's good to see you. There's so many people here already. We got it. It's
Awesome.
23 right off the bat.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people are, they probably already did the Valentine's dinner and the,
Yes.
you know, and the this and that.
The
And,
chocolates and the flowers.
yep. Now it's like, leave me alone. I'm watching Tone Wars.
Right. Now you gotta do some self-love.
Yeah, there's... yeah, I'm not going to go there.
I just meant doing something like for you that you like to enjoy.
Yep, shutting up.
All right, what you drinking there?
I'm drinking Jefferson's.
You're horrible.
Yeah, I love Jefferson's, man. I love me some Jefferson's.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm drinking something new that's, it's gonna grow on me, I think.
Is it?
It has to.
Sure.
Shoot. Oh, goodness. Diabetes runs in my family, and my numbers are going up, and
Ooh.
I'm okay right now, but the numbers are trending up. So I found a carb-conscious wine. It's got 3.6 grams of carbs and 5-ounce pour.
Yep.
So it's not horrible.
It's a little like,
It's no Josh.
yeah, it's
Low
not
to
just,
reserve.
yeah, it's definitely a little different.
Yeah.
Well, the thing we were talking about earlier is like when you like all the modern wines, I guess they have a lot of sulfates and sugars and
additives.
yeah, and it's like I want to try some of that stuff out that you're trying to do.
Yeah, what's that called again? Let me look in my email.
Because it's like the old school wine, like how
Yeah.
they used to make it before they started mass producing, and I want to just see what like real wine tastes like, you
Right.
know. So I'm curious.
It's called Dry Farm Wines. I
Yeah.
believe it's in California. And it's just berries and fermentation time. It's just the grapes or berries,
Yep.
whatever.
No additives.
Yep, no additives, and they say that it's lower carb, similar like a 3 grams per 5-ounce pour or whatever, as opposed to,
So like a healthy,
right.
like because they used to say like back in the day, like wine is like
Wine is
super
actually
good for
healthy.
you. Yeah.
Packed full of antioxidants and everything, but because we mass produce it and add all sugar and additives and everything
Yeah.
to make it bigger batches and make it go farther, it's not as healthy as it used to
Yeah.
be.
So I want to see what that's like. I really do.
This is not the dry farm. What did I say? Old dry.
Old dry.
That doesn't sound right
That
at all.
does not sound appetizing at all.
Well, this is called Fit Wine. But the other one, where's my
Old
son?
dry farms.
Old Dry Farms.
Sounds delicious.
It is Dry Farm wines.
Yeah, but not old dry farm. It does not sound appetizing at all.
Yeah, but if any, oops, I just X'd out a face or YouTube
You
now.
pour out of the bottle, it's just dust.
like a not whiskey, but yeah, whiskey bottle from Pirates.
Oh yeah.
Off the
Would you like some dust?
rum.
Yeah.
Rum. That's what I was
Rum.
going for. Yeah, that's funny. Well, anyway, a new chapter in Kari's life.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you on it. I'll try some.
Dry Farm wine.
Yeah, I'll try some. I'm all about the old school stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see like what the ancient wine makers and you know what I mean, because those are like ancient ways of making
Just
it.
grapes.
I just don't want anybody's bare feet. I don't want to deal with the barefoot wine stuff.
Oh, come on.
Nope, that's gonna be a hard no.
That's funny. Chicago Todd says, true story. I came home on Valentine's Day one time with a new guitar. Just
Ooh.
weird luck. An Epiphone.Studio semi-hollow body guitar in cherry red. The wife was opposite of amused. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a tragic story.
Oh, that's a tragic one there, man. Yikes. You should have wrote a song on it for her. Like, hey,
Aw, there
that's
you
how you
go.
present a new guitar to the wife. You just, I wrote you a song, baby. Yeah, check this out, and she'll be so, like, mesmerized by the lyrics and the poetry and all that. And then afterwards be like, yeah, and then you just kind of put the guitar away and no big deal, and she'll
How
just...
many years do you think that it'll take before the wife is like, yeah, I'm not buying it?
Well, I don't know, because like if you do that and you get away with it, next time you play it, she's like, "Hey, is that a new guitar?" Yeah, remember when I came home and serenaded you with that awesome song, and we had a little married time afterwards and stuff. Yeah, so yep, this is the song that commemorated that, or the guitar that
Yeah.
started it all. I feel like our relationship's been renewed. Should be like, yeah, it is renewed. You're sleeping outside now, and
Got a nice spot for you in the garage.
that's right. You and your guitar have a good time out there.
Some self-love.
Yeah, like Pink said, right? It's just you and your hand tonight.
You stupid. Well, let's say hello to some people. Chicago Todd says, Kari sings tonight. Who the heck cares what Jarrod is saying?
That's
Just
about
kidding.
it. That's about it.
Thanks, Chicago Todd. Oh, Jeff Cannell is here.
Hey, what's up, man?
He was early and on time today.
He's an early bird.
Laugh Out Loud was here.
What's up, man?
Brett Shaver.
What's up, Brett?
Warm Chord Music.
Jay, what's
Up,
happening?
players? He says he's driving home.
Oh, cool, man.
Driving home from what?
He was doing family stuff today.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, don't get in an accident.
Yeah.
We like you on this side. Let's see. Who's next? Jeff Cornell. Happy Valentine's Day. Mule Blues. How are you doing? He says guitar maintenance day. Right.
Dude, I do that a lot.
Steve Evenchek is with us.
What's up, Steve?
Gunnerman54.
What's happening?
Sean Casey.
Hey, Sean.
Jeff Cornell says, do you feel like dusting off Time Flies?
I just started. Good question. Maybe I'll attempt it tonight.
There you go.
I haven't played it in
I like
weeks.
that one.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'll see if I can play it without, screwing it up. Because I'll tell you, I have not played that song in a while. So I'll see if I can make that happen. So don't hold it against me if I screw it up royally.
Chicago Todd says Kari is wearing appropriate attire and Jarrod has an appropriate guitar.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
I got my my Valentine's outfit right here.
Funny story. Earlier this week, I was like, so I'm going to wear my red shirt for Valentine's Day. I was like, are you going to wear a Valentine's shirt?
I know, like, what's a Valentine's shirt?
He's like, no.
I'm a dude.
Dudes don't do that.
Dudes don't do that. Hey guys, I'm wearing my Valentine's shirt.
Oh, stop it. You could wear a red shirt and be just fine.
Still, man. I got a red guitar.
All right, we'll take it.
You want a red shirt? I'll bleed on it. I'll bleed on my shirt. Make it red.
Is it Louis or Lewis? Hi there. Louis Matos. Dean Harkness is here.
Hey, Dean, what's happening?
Oh, that's no fun. He says they got to replace their water heater. No, that's not fun money to spend. Zero fun on that. I'm sorry about that. Mule Blues. Thanks.
Oh, I accidentally deleted a message. I touched my phone and I deleted a message. I'm sorry.
From who? Laugh Out Loud?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I picked up my phone. Touch screens, man. I tell you, every time I pick up my phone, I see like things like actions, delete message, reply to message, and all of a sudden it was. So I apologize. I just picked it up and noticed that.
Well, Mule Blues, thank you for the super chat. It's for self-love.
How do I undo that?
I don't know that you can. Sean Casey says, I'm jogging in 22-degree weather and listening to Tone Wars, trying to finish my 5-mile run, and no, I'm not cold. Well, good for you. Better man than me. Scott Fulmer is with us. JJ's House of Jams. Mike Jacobs, thanks
What's up,
for
guys?
the super chat. He said, Happy Valentine's Day. Looking forward to the show.
Oh, thank you. Mule Blues, thank you for the super chat as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
And Jason Lewis is here. John Claudio. Don't worry, self-love. It's okay to... What? I'm just going to leave that one alone. Steve Benchek says, Diesel cab tomorrow if UPS delivers on President's Day.
Nice.
Ooh, I don't know if the UPS does on President's Day.
I'm not sure.
Are the banks
Oh,
closed?
you know what? I'm supposed to get something tomorrow, and they just notified me that it's coming Tuesday instead.
That's
so,
probably why.
Yeah, could be why.
Ben Burnett just chimed in. Hello.
Hey, Ben, what's happening, man?
Ooh, we got a super chat from Jay with a request.
Uh-oh.
Arnold talks about the Valentine's Day shirt he ordered from Amazon along with more ammo for his rocket launcher.
Amazon, Arnold talks about a Valentine's Day shirt?
He ordered on Amazon along with more ammo for his rocket launcher.
Dude. Well, you must have a long drive home, Jay.
Hello, Jay and family, Amy and kids, if you're there.
What's going on, you guys?
That's funny.
Hey, guess what I did?
What did you do?
I ordered the Valentine's Day shirt.
Just for me?
No, for me. I'm going to wear it. Yeah. And because the shirt is so amazing, I got free ammo for my rocket launcher with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. And guess whose face is on the shirt?
Mine.
Mine. Because I love myself so much. Yes. It's the only shirt I would wear. It's my bicep and my face.
Yes.
Because I love me and I love my arms. They're huge and I'm amazing. So that's my shirt. It's the only one man enough for me. It's the shirt with my face and my arms on it. Yes, so that's what I did. If you want to get one for yourself, you order it now. There's a link below. And you get free ammo for your rocket launcher as well. There's no link, but it doesn't matter. Click it anyway.
I'm going to get you one of those, like, beach cover-up shirts that have the muscle, the body
Oh,
on the outside.
I can strut around.
Yeah.
Sup, chicks?
And we get it in, like, red or pink for you.
Oh, nice. Well, pink would be great because it'd be like I'm sunburnt. You rub some suntan lotion on you.
Oh, Jay says they're only 5 minutes away from home.
Ah.
Helix Cabana Boy, good morning. How
Hey,
are you?
what's going on, man?
What's going on your side of the world right now, Darren?
Yeah, they're done with Valentine's Day over there. They're a day ahead of us.
Yeah.
So they done did the done did and
They done did the deeds.
yeah, yep. All the flowers are wilting already, and it's just the way it is.
Be nice. Don't be a sore Valentiner.
I ain't sore.
be a
I got my
sore
Valentine's Day
Valentine.
outfit right here. I planned ahead.
Steve Stromer says, good evening from the UK, guys. I pre-ordered my Quad Cortex. Do you reckon it has the potential to build up community of sellers and profilers to build, I can't read, for rigs captures as has happened with the Kemper?
Yes, I do.
That was a mouthful.
I do. I think that that's going to happen. So, all right, let's get on the subject of that, unless there's something else you wanted to read real quick.
Jason Lewis from Dallas, Texas is currently 14 degrees. Wind chill is -11. Celebrating Valentine's Day with snow, my wife, and our 3 little ones, and Tone Wars.
Hey!
Yeah!
Thanks for being here, and hello, family.
Yeah.
We feel your pain. It's like, what is it, 6 here?
My phone
It's
says
cold.
it was 19 degrees.
Oh, it's 19.
Well, let me see if it'll update for you.
Feels like 6.
And then Helix Cabana Boy is 14 right now.
Oh, wow.
But we do have a winter weather advisory
Yeah.
coming for tonight into tomorrow for like 6 inches of snow or something.
Yeah, man, we're in for it. But thanks for being here, and we feel your pain.
So Helix Cabana Boy says they're in their 3rd lockdown.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Dude.
You know, they got
Ugh.
it first, and so that means ours is coming next, right?
I hope not, man. I don't even want to think about that.
We just opened restaurants here in Michigan, the February 1st or 2nd, and man, let me tell you, I blew my whole February eating out budget in the first week.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of jobs lined up this summer, and if we have another one of those, it's going to put the kibosh on all those, too.
Do you think so? You kind of work by yourself out there.
Yeah, but you know how stuff goes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody
People
starts.
freak out.
Yeah, it's going to cost me.
I
a
don't
ton
know
of
that
money.
it would cost. I mean, maybe in the houses when you do wash houses, residential, but I think your apartment complexes would still do it.
I hope so.
I mean, they saved up the money. Everybody had home improvements done last year.
That's what happened last year, though.
Yeah.
I had everything ready to go. I had all the jobs approved and ready, and they all
Yeah.
canceled because of it. So we'll see.
Maybe they learned their lesson.
Man, I hope so, because
Yeah.
I need to pay my bills. Anyhow,
Jay says, I can assure you myself and Jarrod will have captures available.
yes, we will. So let's get on that topic
Yeah.
real quick. So, you know, a lot of people are probably here for the Quad Cortex stuff. Okay, so let me just share what I've heard, and I haven't had my hands on one yet, but I will soon. Thank you. Shout out to Chicago Todd. So I think there's a lot of hype, you know, and the thing is with any product where there's a ton of hype, there's all these expectations that are going to be just, you know, oh, it's going to cure cancer and it's going to, you know, end world hunger and, you know, all this kind of crap. And it's like, I just think that people need to keep things in perspective. You know, it's almost like the more anticipated something is, the more hyped up it gets and the more build up there is. And then what happens afterwards is sometimes it backfires because people get it and it doesn't live up to their expectations that are very unrealistic. And then next thing you know, everybody's like, yeah, it's not that good. And oh, I was expecting it to do this. And, you know, I still got that 50 pounds. I thought I was going to lose it, but, you know, you know, and it just turns into this negative thing. So I just hope people keep it into perspective. Like, I think it's going to be a great product. I really do. So what I've seen so far, from the reviews that I've seen where, you know, Rhett Shull and Rabia and I can't remember, like Ola did a review, and I thought his was very poignant. I mean, he had a lot of good things to say about it, but he had a lot of realistic things to say about it as well. And honestly, I think the captures that I've seen in comparison to the Kemper, I feel like the Quad is a little bit on the superior side. I don't think it's blowing it away, but I think it's capturing the top end, which is something that I've always wished Kemper would improve on, is the top end as far as the amps are concerned. And it sounds more like natural on the top end. Now, it should. It takes 4 minutes to do a profile as opposed to Kemper can do it less than a minute. So my whole thing was, and Jay and I have talked about this a few times too, is like, if they're going to come out with a product that does profiling, it better at least do it as good as the Kemper, if not better. You know what I mean? I just think it should be one of those things. I mean, most people aren't going to make a lateral move. So, and profiling is the future until they come up with something that's better. They call it capture, but it's the same thing. It's profiling. And I think modeling is going to go away. I really do. I think modeling is going to be a thing of the past within the next couple of years, you know, because, again, profiling is superior. It really is. I've done too many shootouts to not know that, you know. So
The Chicago Todd says people get into religious wars about this stuff.
They do.
It's just a device that has the best of the Kemper, profiling and modeling, routing, AX, HELIX. I do like the way the interface looks.
Yeah, I think the interface is cool. I think the screen's nice and all that. And I do think, as far as what I've heard, now I have to get it here and shoot it out with the Kemper to really know for sure. But from what I've heard, so far I think it is a bit on the superior side as far as the profiling goes. But we still have like several software updates to go before the effects are going to be at a level where people are like, I'm happy. I want more, because we always do, but I'm completely happy with what we have. And I like the fact that it can capture some of the drive pedals and stuff like that too. I think that's really cool. So, I mean, we'll see. You know, I just hope that people keep things in perspective. And there are a number of people who, let's say they're a Kemper owner, you know, and they've sold their Kemper to buy the quad, and the quad they keep moving the goalposts as far as the release date goes for whatever reasons, and people are getting really frustrated. And it's like, dude, you know, I mean, it's, you know, the whole COVID thing, I totally understand the frustration. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But man, selling your gear and sitting around twiddling your thumbs, waiting for that thing to come out, has to be frustrating. And I probably wouldn't have advised doing that, but I get it, you know, because, you know, people, it's coming out in September. Well, September's come and gone. And that was supposed to be November, and now we're in February the next year, and it's like it hasn't come out yet. So, and now it's like whenever they put a new release date out, it's like, yeah, really, you know, like.
All right, believe it when I say it, right? Brett Schauber said, I ordered a quad and was supposedly in the first batch, but I haven't got it yet.
Yeah, nobody has. I mean, I reached out to them to see if they would send me one for a review. And they haven't even gotten back with me. You know, I mean, we're not big enough. You know, I mean, most like companies like that, they're looking at guys that are like, you know, 100,000 subs and better. You know, I mean,
we're on our way.
Yeah, we're on our way. But you know, the thing is, though, this is kind of my thinking about it too. Like, I think they should reach out to the smaller channels, and I know I sound biased when I say that, but the thing is, though, is I feel like the smaller channels don't have as much of, obviously they don't have as big an audience, but they also don't have as much responsibility to manufacturers either. And I feel like you're going to get and again, I mean this with all due respect to the bigger channels, because I think a lot of them have done a great job, but you all know that there's some channels out there that are bigger, that are a little more on the, you know,
in the pocket side.
Yeah, like on the favor side. Like, yeah, I'll do you good, you know. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are. And I feel like, you know, having a couple smaller channels do it, whether it's us or somebody else, I think it would be good as well, you know.
Had a couple people join us. Paul Smith is here.
Hey, Paul. What's up, man?
And Kyle Bull.
Hey,
What's
Kyle.
up, Kyle.
What's happening? Kyle's got a great channel. He just got a Splawn Nitro as well.
My cat's name is Kyle.
That's right.
I got a cat named Kyle. He came with it. We didn't do that to him, but he came with it.
That's funny. Oh, man, I got to turn the mic down.
He's probably happier that way, because his name probably would have been Fart or Booger.
Yeah.
Instead, it's Kyle.
It's just Kyle.
The Chicago Todd says, I wouldn't sell my Kemper if I didn't have anything else, but I've got my Amp 1 Iridium and the HX Stomp to fall back on. If anyone is looking for a Kemper stage with backpack, send me a note. Cold and Beer joined us, and Derek Merrill, too.
What's up, guys? Cheers. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so what are you guys' thoughts on the Quad Cortex? I mean, you guys looking forward to it? Do you think it's overly hyped? Do you think that it's going to be a big hit? Do you think it's going to be a big flop?
Do you think the name is really hard to say?
Quad Cortex.
Knurl.
Yeah, knurl. Sounds like a sound effect. Knurl. Knurl.
It does.
Like the Jetsons.
Steve Evenchuk says Kyle was just live. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's got a good channel. He does a lot of amp reviews and stuff, you know, and he does a really good job on them. He gets his hands on a lot of amps. Somebody sent me a picture of his amp collection. They said, "Oh, he's catching up to you," and I'm like, "No, he passed me. He's gone to plaid." I mean, he's got more amps than most guitar stores have.
But he doesn't have a nice purple one.
Yeah, you don't have a purple one, so. No, he's got a nice collection, man. He's got a lot of really good gear.
Good.
Yep. I got to catch up to him now. He's got some good stuff.
Sweet.
So what's everybody saying about the Neural?
They're just saying hello still.
Oh, okay. All right. Everybody's coming in, taking off their shoes and hanging up their coats still.
Do you want to sing and let them send their questions in?
Yes,
Well,
let's do that.
all right.
Let's do that. Well, you're going to sing, because if I sing,
You can sing.
we are going to be
Sing a little something.
all out of subscribers.
We'll give them a second. I'll go back and get all the
Yeah.
comments after the song.
Yeah. So let me do a quick little sound check here with my gitter, and I'll fire your mic up in a second here. Ooh, that sounded familiar, didn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, 1 second here. Make sure you're good.
Is it down?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. I wanna walk in the open wind, wanna kiss like lovers do. I wanna dive into your ocean. Is it raining with you? So baby, talk to me like lovers do. Walk with me like lovers do. Talk to me, baby, like lovers do. Oh, yeah. Here comes the rain again, raining on my head like a tragedy, tearing me apart like a new emotion. I wanna walk in the open wind, I wanna kiss like lovers do. I wanna dive into your ocean. Is it raining with you? So baby, talk to me like lovers do. Walk with me like lovers do. Talk to me like lovers do. Whoa, yeah. Here it comes again. Ooh, I wanna walk in the open wind. I wanna kiss like lovers do. I wanna dive into your ocean. Is it raining with you? Is it raining with you? Is it raining with you? Is it raining with
There we go.
Yeah, that was good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, thank you.
That was like our only love song.
Yeah.
Ish, right?
Well, we figured it would be fitting for today.
Yeah.
You know?
I love doing that with you. I know you're a metalhead, but there's
No,
just
it's
something
fun.
about that one.
No, I like it. It's simple. It's not a lot to remember. So even though well, every time we play it, I get nervous because I don't want to screw it up for you. You know what I mean? Because you always kill it, and I don't want to screw it up. But yeah, I love playing that song.
Well, thank you. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Tell them what you're playing, too, what you're doing tonight.
Oh, so, well, it's my Kemper. You can't see it because it's off screen, but it's my Kemper. It's just a preset I dialed in for my piezo. That's what's nice about these guitars, is they got that piezo, you know.
Yes.
And I use a couple different, so I use morphs. So like this is the typical. So it's got a little bit of reverb and stuff on it, but then I hit it up here, I morph it into something with some more, some delay and, you know, some more spacey kind of stuff. So I use it for the, and it's got that nice kind of, you know, yeah, that's what's nice about the digital platforms. If you use them right, there's a lot of really good production you can put into your live shows, you know. Whether it's on stage or what, you know, you're not down here tap dancing. It's all right there. You can hit one button and 50 things happen. With HELIX, with Kemper, with a lot of stuff, and probably with the Quad as well. You know, that is a nice, kind of a sexy thing about those things. It's like, it's very alluring to get those, you know, because you're like, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff you can do, you know. So it does come in handy, you know, it really does.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the super chat, Scott Fulmer. He said, wonderful performance.
Thank you.
$20.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
And thank you, everyone, for the compliments. Laugh Out Loud said amazing. Paul Smith, sounds like the end of March. I don't think that was for me. That was for someone else.
Your voice sounds like the end of March.
Jeff Cornell said, great cover. JJ's House of Jams, right on. Brett Chauver, spectacular. Chicago Todd says, just awesome. That's what I came for. I'm leaving now.
But wait, there's more.
The Chicago Todd said the harmonic is sweet on that song. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to add those little things, you know. You know, that's what I always try to do, like even in the simpler songs.
Yeah.
A lot of times, us guitar players, I'm talking to guitar players now, less is more. And if you could find, it's almost like, you know, how you would relate to this. Like you go into a room and you get that one piece that like is like the deco piece, you know, and you don't need to do all this.
Center point.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just need to find your center point. You need to find your centerpiece or whatever for like a piece of music. Even if it's simple, just find one thing that you can do to just add that nice spark to it. And
different from everything else.
Yeah, and with me, with this song, it was that harmonic, and that's all I needed. And I was like, that works, you know?
Let's see. At 7:31, I was going to go back and read some of their comments.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I believe the same regarding modeling. It's all going to be profiling, so that's going to be the new standard.
Yep.
HELIX Cabana Boy. The Quad is cool, small size, Kemper profiling, and HELIX interface.
Yep.
Kyle is talking about your amps. He says, Jarrod, you have quite a few. I haven't been able to score yet. Great stuff. Jay says,
thank you, sir.
I think it's going to be a game changer and will hopefully cause the rest of the market to step up. I won't sell my amps, though. Right, don't sell your amps.
Yeah. On that note, let me just interject real quick. I made the mistake of selling my amp a long time ago, and I regretted the hell out of it. And I think I kind of made up for it, you know, but the thing is I honestly think that amps keep you grounded. So no matter what digital product you have and how much you love it and how much you think it's amazing, keep your favorite amp, at least keep that, so that you can always stay grounded. Because the one thing that goes through our minds all the time, no matter how much we love our digital platforms, is, does this sound legit? Does it sound good enough? It's like, well, fire up an amp.
Yeah.
And if it sounds way off from that, then the answer is no. Doesn't mean it can't sound that good, but a lot of times we get in these rabbit holes and we start turning knobs and getting all, ooh, yeah, IRs and this and that. You stand on your head and turn the knob, and if it's raining outside, oh yeah, it's pointing, you know. And then next thing you know, it sounds like a freaking science project, and then you go on stage and a sound guy's looking at you like, dude, that thing sounds like crap, you know. No, it don't, you know. So you got to keep an amp in a room and A/B it with that, so you don't get farther and farther away from it. So that's what I would recommend.
The Chicago Todd says it's overly hyped, but at the price point, super slick user interface, captures amps is good, better than the current Kemper, and models and routes very well, and a smaller form factor, very competitive.
I agree. Now, here's the other thing somebody was saying too, and this is something I was thinking about, is that when you first get your quad, there's not going to be a lot of profiles available because, I mean, guys like me, guys like Tone Junkie, and several other guys that make profiles, if they don't have the quad, they can't make profiles for you. So you're kind of stuck with what it comes with, which is probably pretty good. But
For a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. It's going to be probably several months, you know, because there's the first shipment comes out, and if profile makers don't get that shipment, then there's still not going to be any profiles.
Right.
So somebody like me, I'm sure Tone Junkie's probably going to get one, you know, before a lot of other guys, but there's still going to be a limited market on it. So, but am I going to make profiles? Is Jay going to make profiles? Yes, totally. I'm going to make a ton of profiles with it because I think that the market's going to be hungry for them, and I'll sit down here for 2 weeks profiling these amps and putting them up there. And so somebody was asking earlier, like, you know, is there going to be a market? Yes, maybe not super right away, but there will be a market for it. And I've also heard some people say that, you know, in the groups, people are like, well, man, this is supposed to be a sharing thing. And, you know, you can go, you know, you can upload them to the cloud and people can download them and stuff. And, you know, I think that's great. I really do think that's a great concept. But most people that are going to just sit in their room and like make profiles of their amps and upload them to people, God bless them for doing that. And I think it's really cool of them. But, you know, but people that are like serious about making profiles for a living are going to, with all due respect, do a much better job because they're going to have better amps. They're going to actually put the time into it because they have to justify the price that's associated with these packs that they're selling. So of course they're going to put more time into it. You know, I mean, if you want a freebie, yeah, I'll throw a mic in front of a cab and do a quick one for you and send it out. But I mean, if you want to pay me to profile, let's say the Diesel Herbert, well, okay, fine. But I'm not going to just do a quick job. I'm going to sit down here and do like 30, 40 profiles and different mic positions, different everything, different cabs, whatever. And I'm going to make sure these sound amazing because, again, I have to justify that price, you know.
Let's see. DNKXI says, late to the party is this Quad Cortex. Quad Cortex is going to be the Nokia of guitar modelers.
Yeah, well, thanks for being here. Yeah, the Quad Cortex
because
is...
they're Finnish. Nokia because Neural DSP is Finnish. Hello from Finland.
Yeah. I mean, I think that modeling is definitely going to go away. I really do. I mean, I've done too many comparisons between profiling and modeling to not know that. And you know, Line 6, the thing is they're all going to have to step up their game. They're all going to have to, competition is a good thing because you know, the consumer always wins because we always get a better product. And in so facto, the companies win too because they give a better product and they can charge more for it. And, you know, it's just better for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
CS, I'm sorry, you did miss the song.
Oh, he can do the rewind. He can rewind live.
Jason Lewis says it was awesome too. Maybe there'll be an encore later.
Well, we're working on more stuff. We're working on, we have some other tracks that we're finishing up right now so that we can perform hopefully every week at least once.
Yeah.
Do one song
Our
every
original
week.
songs. Yeah. We just had to get the bass tracks put on them.
Yeah. So we're working on stuff. It's just taking a little time here, you know.
A little time and a little money.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, all these tracks, I mean, I'm looking at rows of tracks here that I use for especially Wednesday nights. I mean, that's probably about $2,000 worth of music in there that I've paid for, you know, to have for you guys. It costs a lot to do this. So
the Chicago Todd says you can only share and sell profiles through Neural. This will not be like your Kemper profile packs that you can sell on your own website. Captures can only be downloaded from the cloud, from what I read.
Interesting. So this is something that I think Line 6 is doing really well on, is they have their own marketplace, which means like you go to Line 6 and you buy a preset. Yeah. Let's say I make a preset, and I do have some on their marketplace, and I'm honored to be there. And you get it through their software, which is the HX Edit software, and then it downloads into your HELIX. And what's nice about that is that it protects the creator of that preset. You can't just send that to another guy.
Yeah.
So it protects the creator of that. And I love that Line 6 does that, because Line 6 is really, they're kind of like for the people, you know what I mean? I don't mean kind of, but it's cool because they really do look out for their creators, and they look out for their customers, and of course they look out for them, you know, their brand, because they have to, but I think they're a great company to work with. I'm hoping that Neural, if they're going to do something like that, is kind of the same thing, because honestly, if Neural is going to do a thing where they're like, well, you can't sell profiles, you just have to give them away,
Yeah.
the market's going to be either full of crappy profiles or no one's going to do it. Because I'll tell you, when I profile an amp, I'm down here for 6 hours, literally. By the time I start and finish and have them all categorized in my computer, ready to go and all that, and do all the shooting and the labeling and the, oh my God, it's a lot of work. And then I got to talk to my web designer, and then I have to have artwork made for the box. I got to pay for that. And I got to pay for my website every month to be hosted. I had to pay to build my website. You know what I mean? All this stuff's involved before that profile pack even gets uploaded to the site. And no one's going to do that for free. They're just not. So if Neural, if you guys are watching and you have something going on like the Line 6 Marketplace, I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's very good because it's good for your brand. It keeps the integrity of the profiles up. And it protects the creators and the users, and it keeps your brand shining because all the profiles that are associated with it are high quality. Mm-hmm. But if it's just going to be a free-for-all, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
joined us. How are you doing? Happy Valentine's Day.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you here.
The Chicago Todd says there will be a marketplace in their cloud app that creators can open a storefront.
Good.
Derek Merrill, out of curiosity, does your bass player use any of these items, a HELIX, Kemper, or etc.?
Let's see. John is using a HX Effects right now. He uses that with his...
Doesn't he have a... I thought he had a Kemper.
No.
He didn't have the lunchbox?
Nope. John has the... he's got a... what's the name of his
Road
amp?
Kit. I thought he had the Road Kit. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. He's got the HX Effects, and he uses it with his amp. I forget the name of his amp. He's got a crazy awesome amp.
I don't know. Egnator. No.
It'll come to me, but he's got...
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Aguilar or something.
Aguilar?
He's got this crazy amp. It's just an amazing, really expensive amp.
Costa SOS. I don't know if Kemper is a better solution than Axe Effects 3. I want to achieve a Jeff Loomis 5150 tone. What's your opinion?
Get the Kemper. I mean, honestly, get the Kemper, because here. All right, so let me break down modeling for you, and this is with all due respect to people who own modelers and who make them. I think they're great, and they do a good job, but profiling's better, and here's why. If you don't like the model that's in the modeler, tough. There's no way to make it better. It is what it is. They modeled the amp the way they did it with the algorithms that they have, and the only thing you can do to improve it is get a different impulse response. But if that doesn't fix it, then you're kind of stuck with whatever level of quality it is. Modeling is like a really nice, like LaserJet full color printer. Profiling is a 3D printer. That's the difference, you know. So the nice thing is with the Kemper, or a profiler like Neural or whatever, is that if you don't like the 5150 that you tried in it, doesn't matter. You can there's 1,000 of them out there, and I'll guarantee you there's one in there that'll work for you. There's a lot of great profilers out there. Live Ready Sound's great. There's other guys that make really good profiles, and it's the Kemper is only as good as the profile that's in it. And the nice thing about that is you can switch profiles. You can choose as many as you want and find something that works for you. A modeler is only as good as the model that's in it, but you can't fix that. You can't change that. The model of whatever amp that's in there is what it is, and only one guy or a couple guys make them for that company. Where profiles, there's there's thousands of different profiles out there.
Chicago Todd told him that Jarrod will tell you to buy the 5150 Stealth.
yeah. I have a profile pack 5150 Stealth, and it's great. Turned out really good. I'm happy with it. I know I'm biased, whatever, but I like it. I use it all the time.
Mule Blue says your profiles are in his top 3.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Dean Harkness, that would be a fair point. A real 5150 is cheaper than either.
That's true.
The Chicago Todd says it'll be very interesting to see if Line 6, and I know they are friends of this show, walks back a little on saying they would not get into the profiling game. It's hard to create models fast enough.
Yeah, it's just too hard. It's too much work, and again, it's like, the payoff is not really there. I mean, they're going to spend months and months and months on modeling an amplifier and then just give it away as a free update. And it's like, it's very kind of them, and I very much appreciate that. But at the end of the day, it's like, why are we keep doing this? When they can make a profiler, and then you can do all the work profiling your own stuff or buying your own profiles, and they've already done their job. It's like, here's your profiler.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Thank you for your business. We'll do updates, but it'll be with effects and maybe some features and stuff. But we don't have to sit here and spend months profiling amps for you or modeling them.
Oh, we got a super chat from CG. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
He says, can I get a Valentine's Day shout out to my beautiful wife, B. Diggity, and Douglas and Fergus? Thanks for tolerating me playing in the living room all the time. Absolutely. B. Diggity, Douglas and Fergus. Happy Valentine's Day.
Absolutely, man.
And you are right for thanking them for putting up with that living room playing, man.
Here, do it again, and I'll play some nice chords over top of it.
B. Diggity and Douglas and Fergus. Happy Valentine's Day. CG. You know what is annoying with this guitar playing in the living room? When you're just trying to have a thought. But he loves you anyway.
There you go. Thanks
hilarious.
for being here.
Paul Smith, thank you for explaining. Up here, he says, happy birthday. And I'm like, what? It's like Frosty the Snowman.
Happy birthday!
And then down here, he says Valentine's Day, duh. Oh, the axe forever. I just backed up the video to hear Kari saying, dang. Oh, thank you. Bravissimo. Thank you very much. Oh, goodness. Jay says, he's talking to Costa, AF3 is currently the best modeler on the market, but you need to spend a lot of time learning how to get the most out of it. Kemper is more plug and play, assuming you have good profiles.
What was that again? I'm sorry. I was reading something.
Jay told Costa AF3 is currently the best modeler on the market, but if you need to spend a lot of time learning how to get the most out of it, Kemper is more plug and play, assuming you have good profiles.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I mean, I think the Axe is great. I mean, all the modelers are very good. I mean, they do a great job. They really do. I love my Helix. I use it for 4-cable method. And yes, occasionally I use the models in there on my my Pod Go. I'll be upstairs monkeying around writing stuff or whatever, and it's a very handy tool.
Driving your neighbors nuts.
That's right. Yeah, it's a very handy tool. I love it. It's great. But if I was to go to a studio, you know what I mean, and do like a full-blown serious recording, I would use a real amp. Number one, and number two, if I couldn't do that, I would use a Kemper. And no disrespect to modeling, but they just sound a little better, you know.
Dean Harkness says that sounded like a radio spot. Smooth Sundays with Kari and Jarrod on WRTS or WTRS. We could totally do that.
We probably could. Let's try it. Okay, you go ahead and do the thing. Okay, so here we go. Just do the Smooth Sundays.
Okay. Smooth Sundays with Kari and Jarrod on WTRS. I love it.
That's right. That would work, man.
Thanks for the super chat, Chicago Todd. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much.
Costa says, Jarrod, thanks for your answer. So what's your trick for making a profile work as good as possible in Kemper?
Good question. Okay, and you're very welcome for the answer. I think that the number one thing, I mean, as a profile maker now, I look at it a little differently. So I like to start with a profile that I either have to do nothing or very little to make it sound good. So if it doesn't sound good, if it doesn't sound good like right away, and you have to deep dive and go, underneath the surface and do all this stuff to it to make it sound good, like, turn all these knobs and tweak. Don't bother. It's too much of a fixer-upper. You want something that sounds great, and you can just do a little bit of tweaking, like on the, maybe a little bit less or more gain or whatever, and nudge the highs and back down the lows a little or whatever. Anything beyond that, if you got to do much more than that, then move on to the next one, So that's what I would recommend. And what I go for when I'm making profiles is I sit down here. Let's say I'm profiling the Diesel Herbert, I'll literally go back and forth between the profile and the amp and play, and I got my in-ears in, and I trust these because they've never failed me yet as far as how things sound. And if it sounds the same, I'm good. And here's the other thing. It has to feel right. If it feels flat, if I feel like I'm playing rusty strings on an old beat-up guitar, it's not good because we listen with our hands. And a lot of people don't talk about that. When they're talking about profiles, they talk about what they sound. Oh, it sounds great in a mix. Who cares if it sounds good in a mix? Honestly, it's completely irrelevant. And here's why. It has to feel good. Otherwise, all that stuff doesn't matter. And it has to sound good by itself. And if that's the case, then you're good because you can take any profile and put it in a mix and make it work. You do a high-low pass filter. You pull the 4K, range down about 2 decibels. And you're done. And maybe put a little compression on it. But that's an engineer's job. And here's the other thing. When you're playing your Kemper, you're playing mostly like in a room. Just by yourself playing, practicing, noodling around while you're watching TV or whatever. You're not in a studio most of the time. So that whole it's got to sound good in a mix thing is silly. Because, again, you're I'd say 95% of the time when you're playing your Kemper, you're playing by yourself, hanging out,
or
just
with
doing your thing.
Diggity and Ferguson.
Exactly. Or in a band, but that's fine too, because you're in a band setting, and when you're on stage, the sound engineer, I'm a sound engineer on stage. I do a lot of, well, not lately, because, but I've done a lot of live shows where I've ran sound, and it's my job to make sure the guitars sit in the mix properly by doing what I do there. You just give me...
It's his job to cover up the lead vocalist with the guitar sound.
Exactly. You give me your noise, I'll make it work for the mix. That's an engineer's job. So just get something that sounds great and feels great to you, and you're good,
So OK signed on, and she said, "Thank you for the Valentines song. I'm CG's wife, Badiggity." And that was awesome.
You're welcome. Great to see you here.
DNKXI says, "I still use old school XFX2 as my studio tool. Is it finally time to upgrade?"
I mean, if it works for you, then I mean, use it. But I would, hey, if you're looking for a great excuse to, spend some money and get a new toy, I mean, yeah, it's time. It's time to upgrade, man.
Oh, boy.
No, do what works for you, man.
Jay said, "Rumor is that Jarrod wears his good luck onesie when he makes his profiles. That's why they sound and feel so tight and responsive."
Yeah, I wear my good luck onesie. The Borat one.
Steve Stromer says, "Thanks for your opinions on the Quad Cortex. For home recordists like me who don't play live, it will really come into its own when they release an app for the PC or Mac. Good night, guys from the UK."
Oh, you're welcome. Good night. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, any time. I mean, that's what this is about. Just sharing our thoughts, and hopefully that helps you make a decision.
The X Forever says, "The feel is paramount. It's hard to explain the feel to someone that doesn't play."
It really is. I've played some Kemper profiles that felt so stiff and lifeless, and it was like, God, how does anybody play this?
Yeah.
It's just. I think for you, it would be the same as singing into a mic.
Dry mic.
Or a mic that you have to sing really loud into before it finally picks up your voice.
Or the gate isn't set properly.
Yeah, stuff like that. And remember when we had TJ on when I did the custom profiles for him? He was literally doing this on his string. And like the profile that he brought over was hardly doing anything.
Yeah.
And then we switched to mine, when he was hitting the string with the same amount of velocity, and it sounded like he was playing an amp normally. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. He goes, I'm sick of playing these profiles where I got to beat the piss out of my strings just to get the sound I need. And with yours, I'm playing, and I'm just playing like a normal guitar player would, and it just does its thing. It doesn't. I don't have to beat the hell out of my strings. So, yeah, it feels big.
Jason Lewis says, hey, if you're confined to an apartment for a few months with easily irritated neighbors, would you recommend just a Podgo and an FRFR monitor and skip the whole amp modeling, etc.?
I mean, if you're confined to an apartment, like I enjoy my Podgo upstairs, and I use some little studio monitors up there. Okay, so the nice thing about the studio monitors is you can play them at lower volumes and you still get a good sound out of them, and you get that stereo separation. So if you're using like ping pong delay and stuff like that, you get that nice kind of big sound, and it really does make a difference. Excuse me. So now if you are in an apartment and you're going to play, typically guys that play in a cab like a FRFR, they want it for volume. They're like, I want that big amp in a room sound. Well, amp in a room sound is eviction notice. So I would say, like, honestly, if I was to have to choose right now, and I'm talking home personal practice time, not stage, not band practice, just home practice time. I mean, what do I have upstairs? I got those little dinky monitors.
Yeah.
And they're little, what are they, 4-inch, 3-inch, little monitors. And
Is that little practice amp anything that you would recommend, that you used to take to shows?
Oh, yeah, the Boss, what was that? The Roland Jam Station 10, JS10. Yeah, that thing was cool, but if you got a Podgo and a good pair of small studio monitors for your own personal practice time, I would highly recommend that over getting a big cab and stuff for an apartment complex. It just makes more sense, and it does sound good.
Renaissance Man says, I still prefer real tubes. Yes.
Yeah, I do too. Obviously,
The X Forever says, I was just talking to my wife about it today with the pickup change I just did. She couldn't hear the difference, but I told her it felt great. And she looked at me like I was crazy.
No, it's true though, man. Like, I totally feel you, man. That's why I love these pickups, because they're very responsive. I don't have to beat the hell out of my strings. I'm like a light to medium picker. So I don't hit my strings really hard, because you can go fast and pick light or pick medium, or you can go slow and pick hard. It's pretty rare when you can pick hard and fast. It just doesn't work, It's a different gear, So I need something that's really responsive, and picks up every note that I play. So that's why I like the very not active pickups, but I mean very, very high output pickups.
DNKXI, thank you very much. He says, Kari, you have such a beautiful voice, better than anyone who's on The Voice of Finland.
Oh, that's a compliment.
I need to move to Finland.
You'd be famous and stuff.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to go to Finland.
Sounds good.
We got to stop on Iceland on the way by, though.
We have to stop at Iceland and go in that place where they...
The mud.
Yeah, the mineral water and the beer.
Spa,
Gotta have a beer and some mineral water.
Well, let's do it.
Well, thanks for the kind words.
The lagoon or something or another. What's it called?
I forget, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is. Well, thank you again for the compliment. Jason Taylor, thanks for the super chat. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, Jason. Good to see you, man.
Jeff Cornell, 54 people, 24 likes. Wow. Ooh, we did 50 people?
Wow. That's
Hi,
awesome.
You guys.
Hey, thank you so much, guys.
Renaissance Man says, thanks, Tone Wars. And once I get moved into a larger studio space, then can get a larger tube amp and crank it. Do you think Diesel, here you go, do you think Diesel is worth the high cost compared to similar high gain amps?
Ooh,
we were just talking about this.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
There you go.
And you're welcome for the.
And here's the truth.
Yeah. I think that. All right. So I think the Diesel Herbert is. It's an amazing amp. I'm still getting to know it. Like, we're still in the.
Yeah.
We're not even in the honeymoon phase. It's like they get to know you. We're still dating. So but it's been fun. I mean, I think the amp is great. I think that if you're going to spend that much money on an amplifier and you're going to run 2 4x12 cabs with it and just mow people down with it, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh my God, this thing is insane.
But you have to have specific cabs for it, though.
Yeah, you have to. So like, that's why I bought the diesel cab, because that thing was gonna. I mean, my Mesa 212 was gonna explode with that thing hooked into it. I mean, I could hear the speakers going, stop.
Along with me.
Yeah, they were like crying. All I heard was,
Uncle!
Uncle! It was so bad. So if you're going to spend that kind of money on an amplifier, make sure that you're doing things that warrant that kind of power and that kind of stuff. Now, again, it doesn't mean you shouldn't get it. I'm glad I bought it. I think it's amazing. Now, I bought it because I have the show. And I have to shoot out amps and do all this stuff, and I'm going to profile it and sell the profiles. So there's my reasoning behind it, and it's amazing. It's an amazing amplifier. So like if you're gonna go and play a lot of local shows with it, I'm not going to take that $4,000 amp to a pub around here.
And it's really heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy as hell. And I'm not going to take that to most of the bars around here. That thing costs more than the freaking bar does. So it's like, why am I going to bring that to a place around here and play it on the stage?
You're going to piss people off again.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, I would be very choosy as to if I'm going to bring it to a pub and play it, because I don't want it getting broken or stolen or beer spilled on it or, nicked and dinged up, dropped, I mean, it's a lot of responsibility. So if you're going to go and play bars and stuff like that, I would buy something that is a little more economically kind of priced, but still is very good. I mean,
your suggestion?
I would go with the EVH, the Stealth would be a great amp that doesn't cost a ton of money and sounds amazing. And that's an amp I would take to a bar and not worry so much about. And if you want to go kind of like a boutique-y kind of thing and have one with a lot of great features and stuff like that, I mean, yes, the Kraken is more money, but it's like just under $2,000, but it's built well. It has a lot of great features on it for live shows, a lot of MIDI switching and stuff like that. It's lightweight and smaller, and it'll do the trick for you as well. So there's two kind of variances there, but if you got to have like that really nice big power and you want something that you're going to keep home and just play through and enjoy, the Diesel and the Engel Savage, I mean, these amps are sick. Ridiculous.
Costa says, I'm sure that your profiles will be killer because for me the most important is the tone when I practice and when I play with my band. Will Kemper sound the same if I play it through a PA?
Thank you very much. Good question. So will the Kemper sound the same if you play it through a PA as opposed to what, like the FRFRs at home or?
He just said.
Yeah. It'll sound, maybe the same as an amp. If the profile's done really well, yes, it'll sound very good and very convincing through a PA system, because basically what a Kemper profile is a mic'd up version of an amp, a full rig mic'd up. So you're just going to take that same full rig and play it through a PA system, just like if they were to mic your amp on stage and play it through a PA. So that's the idea, is it doesn't mimic the amp, it mimics the mic'd up version of that amp, So if it's done well and done right, yeah, it'll sound great. Very good. There's a lot of bands that go out and play right now, big bands, big touring acts that use Kempers, and they sound great. It's really as good as the profile.
Derek Merrill said the Blue Lagoon.
Oh, the Blue Lagoon, yeah.
Jason Taylor says, I typically play through my interface and out of my JBL monitors because it's convenient and I can use either an amp going through a load box or just use a neural plug-in on my DAW.
Yep, you can certainly do that. Absolutely. Thanks for your comment. Yeah. Yep.
CG, just got some Cortex flow picks. They're normally shaped plectrums, but the pointy end is very pointy, almost like a flat jazz pick.
Oh yeah, the Cortex are great, man.
Words.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Plectrums.
Plectrums.
That's the one new one
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Oh, you've heard me say plectrum. Remember I did the
I don't think so. I'd have made fun of you.
yeah, this the gravity picks, remember?
I don't remember you saying plectrum.
The cheap what did I say? The more expensive picks are called plectrums.
Oh.
Yeah.
My old brain didn't remember.
Some kind of thing I did.
Dean Harkness, how many super chats to explode the Mesa live?
Explode the Mesa.
They need 5,000.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I don't even have any of my amps hooked up right now. Well, they're hooked up, but I don't have my 4-cable method product, which is HELIX. I'm running full Kemper tonight.
Renaissance Man says he agrees. He wished Diesel made smaller high gain amps, and the Diesel VHX looks cool with new features, and I love my small angle iron ball amp for jams.
Nice.
And light on back still can be loud.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was talking to Marty from Motor City, and he said some of his best-selling amps are the Lunchbox amps right now.
Yeah, Steve Venchek says Diesel is releasing the VH4 Mini this year. I hope they make a Herbert Mini.
Oh yeah, see that's a good point. And to that other gentleman's point about is the Herbert worth it and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to save money, get the mini versions, which are basically like 2-channel, and they'll just be a little less wattage. But I mean, that's 200 watts. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's like. That's like an elephant gun, you know. It's like, wow, you know. I mean, it's funny. I got the volume almost all the way down on that thing, and it's
well, because your ceiling will cave in.
Oh, it will. I mean, that's like a demolition amp. In fact,
I can feel the vibration on the floor when you play it when I'm upstairs.
Yeah, if you want to knock a building down, forget dynamite. Just bring a Diesel Herbert and just play. Thing's going down.
Oh. Let's see. Jason Lewis, he says, got a jet for now. Great show this far, as always. Have a great night, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Bobby Lecky, hey, man. He says, hi, guys. Good subject. Still on XFX, so this is all good.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype, and there's a lot of up and down about it. There's people... What I like what Rhett Shell did is he actually did the review, and he shot it out with the Kemper, and he actually said, here's a link to the... MP3s that he actually recorded with each one, so you can hear the difference. Because YouTube's compression is understandable because there's so many videos out there, but it does kind of cover some of that stuff up. So when you can listen to it in a less compressed environment, you can really hear differences.
Marty 5 says he can't help but stare at the Splon and the Diesel, right?
Yeah. That's why I put this top dead center, because it's just such a beautiful amp, you know, and of course Diesel, you know, I mean, it's just, when you know, that thing's just sick. I got to get some backlights for that.
Yeah.
I want to light that sucker up.
Gotta make it, but you should put some purple ones inside the
Yeah,
Splon.
I was going to get purple ones for the Splon.
Yeah.
Yep. So, oh yeah.
Purple or red.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun designing the room when new amps come in. I'm like, where am I going to put this, you know?
Let's see. CG says they're not regular picks. They're super sharp and pointy for speed.
For speed.
Speed. Bobby Lecky says some picks sound a lot better than others. Mine are the best. He'll shoot you some.
It's true. It's very true. There's picks that are really dull, and there's picks that are really loud, and then there's everything in between. And I love these gravities. These are I used the Sunrise Big Mini, and it's got the rough edge. It's got that scrapey kind of edge to it. And these are nice and loud. You know, they got that really aggressive kind of brick on brick kind of sound when they go up against your strings. And I love these picks. And they last a long time.
I feel like I missed let's see, Renaissance Man. If Diesel releases the Herbert Mini, that will be the amp to get. Even with home, don't need more than 50 watts to record or jam. And then Luke Wilson says, Jarrod, what are some tricks or settings to cut through at band level? Practice space in low tunings, drop C or lower. Wick up the mids.
Oh, you want something with a little more edge to it. You know, you can pop the high mids up a little bit, and honestly, it doesn't hurt to add a little more maybe presence and treble on your drop tuned guitars because it gives it that nice edge. But make sure it's a tasteful amount. Like I would go in small increments. Some guys, I knew a guy that actually cranked his presence all the way up when he switched guitars to a low tune, and it was just like, dude, that is like staring into the sun. That is too much. So just do little increments. So like, let's say your treble and your presence are like dead nut center at noon. Put them both at 1 o'clock and see what you can get. And mess around, like maybe put one at 1 and keep the other the same. And you'll find the sweet spot where it has that nice slice to it. And then just keep it there. Because the thing is to remember as well is even if you're drop tuned, if you play leads, you're going to eventually go up to that or up to there. And if you got too much highs going on, people are going to be wincing at your solos. People should bow before you on your solos, not wince and run away.
That's right.
I saw some people tagging us up here. I don't know if we missed those.
No, I got them.
Oh, you did? Okay. We're on different timings here. Yeah.
Let's see. Steve Evenchek says the Herbert is like Back to the Future Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
It is, man. I'm not kidding you, man. The first time I plugged that thing in, I felt like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Duck. Yeah, it was crazy.
Jordan Boyd Guitar says he's in the market for a new amp soon. What kind of music do you play, Jordan?
Yes, let me know. Yeah, let us know what kind of music you play, and I'd be happy to steer you in, I don't know, what the right direction as far as
in
my
a direction,
opinion goes. Yeah.
Costas asks, do you think that an overdrive pedal in front of a Kemper for boost the tone and leads will make a profile better?
It can. It can. I think that the new pedals, the Horizon Drive or the Kemper Drive or whatever they called it in the Kemper, I think they did a great job on those pedals. So I would try one of those first before you spend the money. But before that update came out, I actually preferred a real overdrive over the green screen because I just felt like the green screen, it did its job, it did a good job, but as soon as I hooked a pedal in the loop, I was like, oh, that's so much better. So, but I haven't shot a real pedal out with the updated drive pedals yet, but I know they're better than the green screen. I can tell right away when I go to some of my old profiles that I made with the green screen, and I compare them to the ones with the new drive. I'm like, ooh, something's off here. Oh, that's why. And I got to switch the pedal, and it's better. So.
The Chicago Todd says, I use gravity picks now due to Jarrod's recommendation. He loves those, the Sunrise Mini.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, these things are, I'm not kidding you. These picks, I have had this pick for 2 years. I have 3 Sunrise Big Minis down here. There's 3 of them. And I kind of circulate between them. But they're all great. I mean, these picks have lasted me forever, and I'll tell you,
has it been only 2 years? I feel like it's been 3.
It's probably been 3.
Yeah,
I haven't ordered a new pick, and it's probably been 3 years.
Well, you spent enough money the first time around.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money.
Jeez.
Got a lot of picks, but I mean,
I'm not kidding. Like, you had 500.
Yeah,
it was insane.
It was nuts. But I bought a lot of picks for some people.
For other people, yeah.
But yeah, these picks last a long time. And I really like them. I got the ones with the holes.
Do they glow in the dark?
It looks like they do, but they don't.
They don't? Okay.
That would be cool.
But if you're in a club with the
you'll see it.
Ultraviolet lights.
Yeah, orange. How do you miss that? Plus, like when you drop a black pick at a club, you're like, because always the carpet's always black. You're like, where's my pick?
Gone forever. Even if the carpet's not black, it's
this thing's like a bat signal on the floor. You're not gonna miss it.
Jordan says, kind of want to wait for the MT100 by PRS.
Oh, when that comes out, I know Motor City's gonna get them, and I will definitely be reviewing the crap out of that one. Yeah.
Paul Smith says he's using those picks as well. Damn you, Jarrod. Right?
They're great picks, man. I love them.
Jason Taylor says, I've used the Petrucci picks as well and always liked them, and recently tried the gravity picks per Jarrod's recommendation. Also recently tried the axe blades, which are kind of unique.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I got chicken picks down here too. I've tried those from time to time. I think they're good. If you're looking for something that adds a little bit of hair to the notes on the solos, they can definitely do that. They definitely do sound different. There's a different sound, But I always go back to these gravities, and no matter what I try, I go, through the honeymoon phase and all that on different picks, and I always go back to the gravities. Not to say that I'll never try anything again, but I just really like these a lot.
Yeah, I do. Steve Evenchek, the VH4 Mini is for sure ready available in the UK. Not here yet. You can message Peter Diesel. Great guy. He will get back to you.
Yeah, Peter Diesel's a cool dude.
Bobby Lucky, black is good for sales, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson says, Dunlop Max grips are the best, especially for sweaty hands when the pick starts to rotate.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, man. I have flung some picks before. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you're in the middle of a solo or whatever and your pick goes flying, you're like,
Whoop.
well, back to finger picking. Scary, man.
Jason Taylor says, I wish the gravity pick had a bit of a rough contact patch area on them because they're so smooth. And if you sweat, they can be slippery even though they have the hole in the middle.
Yeah,
They
there's
have so many different ones, though.
Yeah, like I got the ones with the multiple holes, and then they have the one with the big hole in the middle. It's like a oval-shaped kind of hole, and it dips a little. That's kind of cool. But you can always, like, use this, too. Gorilla Snot. That sounds... It's... They go deep in the forest, and they find a silverback, and they give him a cold, and he sneezes into this. But, yeah, this stuff is great, and if
I
you
could
put...
use that at work for the paper
Yeah.
sorting.
Yeah. So there you go. Sticks to your hand. Sticks to your thumb. So a little bit of Gorilla Snot and your pick ain't gonna come off very easily. So that's a nice thing to have.
Let's see. Steve Benchik says also the Hetfield picks are cool. Bought a bunch of those. Let's see.
Picks are a big business, man.
Costa Quad Cortex versus Kemper. Same price here in Europe. A little difference. What do you think?
Okay, so if I was in the market right now, I mean, the Kemper has all the effects I could ever ask for, and there's plenty of profiles to choose from. But from what I've seen, and I got to confirm it for my own self, but from what I've seen in some of the videos, the Quad does do a little better job on the top end regarding the profiles, but there's not a lot of profiles available. So if you can make your own profiles and you know how to do it and you know that they'll come out good, and you're okay with waiting for probably about 3 to 5 updates before all the effects are going to come in that you want, then go for the Quad. It really depends. I saw a video today where a guy was like, I think everybody should wait. Not everybody, but he said, I think a lot of people should wait for several months to a year before they get a Quad because of all the reasons that I just mentioned. All the effects aren't going to be there yet, and there's a lot of updates that got to come before that happens. And the market for profiles right now is dry as a bone because no one has one. So it's going to take time before the profiles all come out. That said, it comes with a number of them, but who knows if they're to your taste,
Bobby Lucky says, no bias, but I make carbon fiber picks. No chirps like you get from acrylic ones.
Oh, yeah, carbon fiber. Yep, I've played some of those, and they actually sound pretty good. Yep. It all depends on what you're looking for. Honestly, there's times when I'm in the studio, I'll switch picks from rhythm to solos because I'm looking for a certain kind of tone when I'm playing a solo, and you actually do get a different sound, depending on the pick. You really do.
Do you know how much the Quad is going for?
It's about 16, 17, right around there. Yep.
There you go, Bobby.
Yep, $1,600, $1,700. But get in line, you know what I mean? Because there's like waves of them coming out.
Yeah.
So everybody that's on the first wave, they're going to get theirs before anybody else does. And then they got to wait for the second wave and the third. And, it just takes time. I don't know. They put it out at NAMM, and I don't know if they did it too early or if they did it at the right time. But then, the whole pandemic happened and a lot of people just can't get parts and stuff, and it slowed everything down. I'm not sure what happened.
That's in every industry right now. Even
industry.
automotive industry is
been awful,
having a hard time getting parts.
Yeah. It's been really interesting, and my pick's still stuck to my thumb. This stuff really works, man.
Let's see. Marty 5. The quad has more room to update. It will get even better. Or Helix 2.0.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait for the Helix. The second Helix. I think that's going to be insane because they own the market when it comes to interface. Their interface is the best. I mean, that thing is so easy to use. You know, like if you don't even need the manual at all. So I can't wait for that.
Paul Smith says, I used to have a graphite fiber pick from Modulus. It lasted forever.
Yeah.
Did you have something you wanted to play?
Yeah. So I did some profiles of the BE100, and I wanted to kind of.
Hey, I didn't have to turn down my ears.
I know.
Noise.
So I did that, and these are the tailored ones that I did. These will be available this coming week. Just waiting for my web guy to send the box art to me, and I'll upload them to the website, and you guys can get them. But these came out really good.
Costa,
And,
I would love to come to Greece for summer holiday. He says, come here to Greece for summer holidays. I would love that.
I'd love it too.
Yeah.
I bet you the wine there is freaking insane.
Yeah. I bet you the views there are insane.
I bet you everything's awesome there.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there.
Renaissance Man, Tone Wars, like Dunlop Flow and big stubby picks, a lot for chugging metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steve Evenchek, Louis Torres is going nuts over the KSR PA50.
Well, we'll see how that. I'm sure that's a good amp. You know, someone was asking me in the comments the other day on the Strymon Iridium video I did, like what amp would he recommend? I got to get in there and tell him I'd recommend the new KSR amp because I mean it's very easy to carry around, lightweight and affordable. So and it's tubes.
Renaissance wants to know how you wrote off your gear and your taxes before showing a profit.
You buy a diesel because that takes all your profits right down to nothing. Yeah, it's my taxes. I got to do my taxes this year, and there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna.
I hope you saved your receipts.
Oh, I saved them. Yeah, I got to write all these off because like it's going against Tone Wars, income big time, and it's all on the up and up. Like it's I mean these are just expensive. That's the thing, man. It takes a long time, when you buy these amps to like, to have them pay for themselves.
Any startup is gonna have more expenses in the first few years.
It's just normal. But if I start doing this, if I'm still not showing a profit several years from now, they're going to be like, yeah, right. Nobody's that dumb. We're going to come audit you.
JJ's House of Jam says to sand the gravity picks for a little more grip.
Yeah, you can do that. Yep. In fact...
Hey, Bruce Clark, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? V-Pix makes one called the Mummy, and he's got, feel those ridges in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He put gouges in it to make them more grippy. And it's the same material, same acrylic, I guess, that the
still stuck.
The gravities are made out of. So
Renaissance says, thanks, Tone Wars. Same here, trying to figure that out and show the IRS that it is a business versus a hobby.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. So like anytime you get, you sell you just keep track, like I'm on Squarespace. So you keep track of all your receipts and all your earnings. And then during tax time, you just bring in all that and you weigh it against each other, and whatever happens, happens. But at least you're being, upfront about everything and legit. So, just like with the YouTube channel, I mean, I get Google sends me my earnings every year, and I bring that into my tax guy, and it all weighs against whatever I spent to be on YouTube and to do. Because Tone Wars does profiles as well, so it's all under one umbrella, so it all weighs against itself, So that's basically how you do it.
Steve Shaheen, hey man.
Hey, what's up, Steve?
He says Savage versus the Twin Jet, ?
Ooh, that would be one hell of a shootout. Yeah, I want to get Twin Jet so bad. That's the Ubershaw. Oh man, do I want one of those amps. Yeah. Savage has my heart right now, though.
Marty 5 says the donor is insane. The donor, Doner?
Dover, maybe?
Dover?
Maybe you meant Dover. Yeah, that
Smarty
new
5, it could be anything.
Yeah, he probably meant Dover. Yeah. Yeah, I heard good things about that amp.
Steve Evenchik says, I thought diesel is expensive, but you have to realize they're hand-built.
Yeah, I mean, the German engineering, man, it's no joke. I mean, they make some good stuff over there.
Toasta wants you to play. Play if you can solo to hear a lead tone from your new profile.
Oh, absolutely. So, let me do this one. Bear with me 1 second here, guys. There we go. I'm not used to having that gorilla snot on my thumb. So I'm like adjusting the pick, and like I do a lot of like magic tricks with the pick. I'll put it here when I'm tapping, and then I put it on my thumb, and since it's so sticky, I can't move it to where I need it to be. So I was like, oh, not used to that. That was interesting.
Costa liked it. He said, hell yeah, great tone.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, those profiles came out really good. So, thank you very much. That amp, when I had it on the show last Wednesday, I played it through the diesel cab, and man, it just sounded so good with those G12 K100s that I was like, I think I'm going to profile it with that cab, because that cab just sounds amazing. So that's what I did, and man, they just came out really nice. I mean, did a bunch of profiles with it, a bunch of different settings. It was HBE, the BE settings with the saturated switch on and off, and you know, just different things. Like, so for the rhythm, I had the saturated switch off profile, and for the lead, I had the saturated switch on. I wanted a little more saturation there, and it really did make a difference. So
Jay thought they turned out great.
Thank you. Yeah, they sound really good.
Party
really
5
thick.
said, nice bit of music there.
Oh, thank you.
Renaissance Man, great riffing and so inspiring.
Oh, thank you, man.
Sean Casey liked the lead tone. Lead tone rocks.
Thank you. I'll play a little more of the lead tone for you so you can hear it soloed out. There, a little bit of that. I still can't get this stuff off my thumb. My pick keeps sticking to me weird. Yeah.
Paul
It's great
Smith
for rhythm.
asked if you did any lower gain profiles.
Yeah, so good question. I do those. I do lower the gain, so I'll put it at like, where I like it. I'll crank it, and then I'll bring it like 3 o'clock, noon, and 9 o'clock, those kind of areas. So you'll see it like, on the Kemper, you can see like there's the gain knob. You can see where it's at. And then what's nice about the Kemper too is you could search for profiles by gain. Mm-hmm. It'll actually let you do that. So it'll just pull up, whatever mid gain, low gain, whatever.
Bobby asked, is it a Kemper or a quad? It's a Kemper.
Kemper.
Yep.
Yeah. So the one thing nice about, one thing to know about the Kemper too is if you get a profile that's got too much gain in it, and if you turn the gain down, it actually is pretty accurate with that. If you turn it past where it was profiled, the Kemper's guessing as to how the gain acts and how much is actually there. So turning it down is always better than turning it up, past where it was profiled, because the Kemper's not guessing when you turn it down. So you can always just turn it down and still get a very accurate representation.
Renaissance Man, what is your favorite metal guitar? Tone Wars, no budget, up to expensive custom.
Right here. Music Man Majesty Monarchy series. Honestly, you can't go wrong with these guitars. I've been playing these guitars for how long? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years at least, and these things have never failed me. They sound great. They feel great. Very, very reliable. I love the truss rod adjustment right here. You can adjust the neck in a snap. It's just done. You don't have to take off like a piece and go underneath. And here's the thing too. Adjusting a neck here will usually adjust it down to about the 12th fret. And if you start getting a scoop up here, you got to take it in and have it planed and flattened, by a luthier. Adjusting the neck here, you'll never have that issue because it'll always adjust here as well. And I just think these guitars are great. Locking tuners, great pickups. You got the push-push boost, push-push coil tap. You got the piezo. Stainless steel frets, mahogany fretboard. It's just or ebony fretboard, mahogany neck, mahogany body with a maple middle. It's just sick. Neck through design. These things practically play themselves. They're insane guitars.
Do you have a lower budget?
Lower budget. So if you want to go lower budget, now I haven't played these, but I heard the Toman guitars have a lot of great features on them, and they do a really good job with those. I can't put my official, not that I'm anybody, but official stamp of approval on them because I haven't played one, but I've heard good things about them. But if you're looking for something like midline, lower budget or whatever, Ibanez makes great stuff too. They do.
That's what you played before this.
Yeah, I played the Ibanez Prestige S-Series guitars and loved them.
Dean said, just curious what you played before the Music Man. It was the Ibanez.
Ibanez Prestige S, and they were great guitars.
Let me scroll up a little bit. Steve Evenchek, the G12K100 speakers are incredible. There's something about them that make all my amps sound good.
It's true, man. Those speakers are amazing. Love them.
Bruce Clark, Kemper Stage or Quad Cortex? I'm thinking about getting a Kemper Stage.
I think if you want variety of profiles and you want more effects, I think for now, Kemper Stage.
Jay said you were strictly a telly guy before this.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it sure was. I think if you're concerned about not having enough variety in effects and profiles, by going the Quad Cortex route for now, I would say the Kemper Stage would be a great product for you. Maybe a good solid year or maybe year and a half from now, if Quad does have more profiles coming out by the makers and more updates and upgrade the effects and stuff, maybe then the Quad Cortex would be a true contender. I think that in theory the Quad Cortex is going to be a huge game changer out there, but until all of the stuff that's associated with it as far as like the upgrades, the updates, and the profiles come out, it's just going to have a lot of potential. and a lot of hype. But until then, that's what you're going to get. But once all that stuff catches up to it, I think at that point, a lot of people are going to take a serious look at the Quad Cortex,
Costa says, I have a Dean Rusty Cooley RC7.
Ooh.
Do you remember those guitars?
Yeah, Rusty Cooley, man. That guy, jeez, lightning fast guitar player. One of the fastest ones out there, man. That guy's insane.
Let's see. Renaissance Man, right on Tone Wars, would love a Majesty 7-string, and right now love my Jackson USA Custom Soloist guitar.
Oh, nice. Those are nice.
And
Really
is
nice.
it Suhr? S-U-H-R? Is that how you say it?
Suhr, yeah.
Suhr Modern.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, with the next... I don't even know what that is. Skirvensian and mayonnaise are nice as well.
Oh, mayonnaise. You like mayonnaise?
I do love
She's
mayonnaise.
a huge fan of mayo. Is it Miracle Whip or Hellman's, though? Because, there's, the...
Team Miracle Whip.
She's Team Miracle
Or
Whip.
garlic aioli. One of those.
No, we know what you're saying.
Skirvison and mayonnaise.
I don't have my glasses, but yeah, those are all great brands. I've heard good things about all that stuff, man. They're all great. Yeah.
Jay says Prestige Worldwide. Dean Harkness,
Yep.
I had one of those a few months and I kicked myself for selling it.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome, Steve.
Well, here's what changed. Okay, so I was a huge Prestige guy for years. I'm a loyalist when it comes to certain things, and I loved my Prestige guitars. I'm not one of those guys that could pick up any guitar and play. I have to acclimate to it, and once I'm acclimated to it, it's kind of like, playing a different guitar is like going from a hot tub to an ice pond. For me, I'm like, get me out of here. So I was a huge Prestige guy for years, and I loved my Prestige guitars, and I was going 7-string. So I'm like, well, let me get a Prestige 7-string. So I ordered it. It came in, and it came with that whammy bar that had the 2 white bushings in it, the pop-in one.
Hated it.
Yeah, I hated it. And my other Prestige guitars didn't have that. They had the kind where you pop it in, and there's this little spring that locks it in, and then there's a collar. And it stays as tight or as loose as you want. And I like a nice tight whammy bar because I flutter. I do the flutters and stuff. And plus, I don't want some dangling whammy bars. It's just... It's like one of those commercials at 2 a.m. Do you have a dangling whammy bar? Call 1-800 dangling whammy bar, and we can fix that.
You're all red right now.
This little blue pill. But you started it with laughing. So anyway, I saw that, and I literally put it right back in the box and sent it back, and I called them. I'm like, you just lost a customer. I can't believe you put this stupid thing back in here. And I'm like, they're like, what's wrong with it? I don't understand. A lot of people like that. I'm like, not people that tour and not people that practice a lot and go to different shows, because every time you pull that thing out of the case, you have to, or put it in the case, you have to pull the whammy bar out and set it in there, and then pop it back in when you're done. 3 times those bushings are wore out, and now it's just flopping around, and it's not tight anymore, and you got a dangling whammy bar, and you got to call 1-800. So, and then I got to get these new bushings all the time. They're $2.50 a piece, and putting them on.
For your dangling.
I just got tired of dealing with it, so I sent it back and I switched to Ernie Ball. And here's the thing too, Ernie Ball. Look at the profile on this. I don't know if you can see it.
Frailty Lives says, I just came on and the first thing I heard was Little Blue Pill.
Take this little blue pill for your dangling whammy bar. So look at the profile on this thing. Like here it is. Now I can take this thing and put it in my case and shut the case on it and keep the whammy bar in it, and I never have to take it out. That's how awesome Ernie Ball is. They think of all that stuff. So, I can take it out and put it back in, and it's tight, so I don't have to worry about bushings and all that crap anymore. So that's
Renaissance Man says, Polish guitar custom builders are very expensive, though. Lots of fully custom built options, and Vigor makes super nice metal axes as well. My last guitar teacher is endorsed by Vigor, V-I-G-I-E-R.
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Rusty Cooley also has good books to learn techniques for metal.
Oh, that guy is insane.
Mule Blue says everyone needs a telly to keep them honest.
Yeah, it's true.
Jay
That's why I don't play one.
Jay says, I remember Jarrod playing his Prestige at the Catalina wine mixer. It sounded like a mix of Fergie and Jesus. So epic.
So epic.
Or is it Fergie and Jesus?
Catalina wine mixer.
Bruce Clark says, so the effects in the Kemper are better, thanks.
Yeah, they're more updated. You know, I mean, the thing is like everybody so far has said that the Quad Cortex has a ways to go with the effects.
I don't know if I should read the last one. Is that okay?
Which one?
This one.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean...
We'll just laugh.
Yeah, we'll just laugh and giggle. Yeah, so like the effects on the Kemper, what I think is so good about them, like the delays are amazing. You got, you know, you can put a modulation on them. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with the delays and make them sound amazing. There's a lot of variety. I just think that I don't think Kemper gets enough credit for their effects. The only place they lacked when I got mine a couple years ago was the overdrive pedals. But now they have a lot of great overdrive pedals, you know. So I think that they've kind of arrived with that. The only other thing that they could do better, excuse me, it's not a big complaint for me, but some people want a better screen.
Yeah.
You know, that Motorola optics just looks a little dated. I don't care. I play my Kemper. I don't look at it, but some people want a better screen, and I understand that. I respect that.
Luke Wilson wants to know, are you 7-string only now?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I have a 6-string guitar upstairs that I probably play like 5 times a year.
Is that the deeper brown wood one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, because the song I wrote on it, we don't really play that much.
Which song is that?
The Quickening.
Quickening.
That's
We used to play it all the time, though.
That's why that guitar was in my repertoire, or my repertoire was in my inventory, because I played a song that was one of our favorite songs. It was a fan favorite, too, when we played around here, and I just kept that guitar because it's tuned to drop C sharp, and it was like, or C sharp standard, I'm sorry.
I can sing that song by myself, right? We don't need other vocalists on that.
No, you know, we got the backing tracks for it. You know, we just got to get the bass.
Up.
Yeah, because I want to keep that guitar around and play that song, because that's a great song.
That's the one that got nicked at the club, right?
No, that was the JP15.
Okay.
That one got nicked. Oh, no, that's a story.
Somebody dropped a stand on his precious baby.
And it was, 3 weeks old. I just got my JP15 as some idiot.
That whole trip sucked.
Yeah, that whole trip did suck.
I wish. Let's see. Frailty Lives. Kari, do you like Jeffersons too? I love Jeffersons, but it does not love me. I'm a whiskey drink. I love whiskey, and I was so excited to try that because it's stronger than your average bear. I mean, I love like a Buffalo Trace or what's the other one?
Bullet.
Yes, those are probably my favorite 2 whiskeys, and Jefferson compared to those will knock your socks off. So, but it just gives me acid reflux, honestly.
Yeah.
Really bad.
It gives a really bad acid reflux. Yeah. I love Jefferson's. I had some tonight. I think it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's like the best, and I don't even want to mix it with anything.
No,
Yeah, you don't want to smoke it, you know, put the smoker on it. You don't want to put anything in it. It's like it tastes so good by itself. Like, why insult it with anything, you know? It's good neat, too.
Dean Harkness, you're such a turd. He says, I'm wondering what comment was too much, considering tonight started out with self-love. That's not what I meant. Renaissance says Maker's Mark is great. Like, yes, it is.
Yeah, that's
Maker's Mark will be probably 3rd or 4th favorite if they don't have the others on.
Yep.
At the bar, that's something else. And Jim, how about rye? No, thank you.
Yeah, we're not rye fans. I mean, in a
Irish
old fashioned, I'll do a rye, but other than
not by themselves.
Not by themselves, man. There's just something about them that's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really interesting.
Angel's Envy is pretty darn tootin' good. Not if it's rye.
Yeah, we don't know. We haven't tried that, but yeah, I'd love that. That's the problem when you try like a higher end whiskey, like a top shelf.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Jefferson's is top shelf. It's $50. You know, it's pretty expensive. So
It was on the top shelf.
it was on the top shelf. So at least where we shop, it was top shelf. And once we tried that, we're like, we're screwed. How can we like anything else? I mean, it's crazy. But I still do like Buffalo Trace and Bullet, you know. But
Oh, and Dave Rebel's.
oh yeah,
That's honestly, I'd pick that over even Buffalo Trace or Bullet.
what was that called? The honey
Spiced honey.
spiced
Yep.
honey whiskey. Oh man,
So freaking good.
you could have that with breakfast. It
Yeah.
just, oh man, it's so good.
Chicago Todd, ever hear of Redbreast Irish whiskey? I got some for Christmas. He's not a big whiskey drinker. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. No.
But when you come up to Detroit, feel free to bring it with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some Tums, just in case.
We'll try anything once.
Costa says, before you started making your own Kemper profiles, which company do you think has the best profiles to play?
I did a lot of business with Live Ready Sound. Tim's a great guy, and he makes good stuff, and he's very honest. And I like supporting people that I like too. You know what I mean? And honestly, he's a friend, but he wasn't a friend before I bought the profiles. I bought the profiles, found him on Facebook, reached out to him. I had questions about some things, and he answered them. And you know, he sent me a couple samples and got me started on my way with some stuff that I liked. And he's just a great guy. So I would highly recommend him for sure. I think he makes really good stuff. Another guy who I've never met who also makes great stuff is Guido Bungenstock. Very interesting name, but that's his name, Guido Bungenstock. And in fact, he's got a VH4 profile that comes with the Kemper that's absolutely amazing. And that's how I found him out. So I was like, well, if this is that good and it just comes with a Kemper, one of his other stuff is good. And he makes a lot of great, really good profiles too, you know. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. The Kemper is only as good as the profiles that you play through it and have in it. And you can get 10 5150 stealth, you know, 10 EVH stealth profiles in there, and they'll all be vastly different than each other. It's amazing how different they are. It depends on the cab, the mic, or the mics that were used, how the amp was dialed in, the preamps. I mean, there's so much stuff. And some guys actually do a lot of pre-EQing on their mics too and pull a lot of frequencies out because they want them to be mix ready, which is great for a studio engineer who's clicking a mouse and turning knobs while he's mixing your music, but he's not playing them. The thing that I look for is profiles that sound good when I play them, because as I said before, you can make just about any profile sit good in a mix by doing a couple slices and dices on it. It's fine, but at the end of the day, you got to play them, and your hands have to be happy with them.
The Chicago Todd says, yikes, just looked up that Redbreast Irish whiskey. Damn, $70 a bottle. Sis done me a solid. Oh, yeah, she did.
You better like it.
Jay says, the only competition to Jefferson's Reserve is the Crown Peach. Unbelievable over crushed ice. And you are not lying.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to
That
your
stuff
house,
was good.
oh, the crushed ice with the Crown Peach, and then he had like a lemon squirt
Yeah,
on the top.
That was stupid.
Jay knows how to drink.
Yeah.
He drinks.
Yeah.
Jason Taylor, he says, I guess like me, you've basically packed up the Synergy modules after getting all these amps. It would be cool to hear how Synergy would sound using the power section of an amp other than their 50.
Very, very good comment. And my Synergy stuff is upstairs, and I've been meaning to. Jeremy Vareo from Donkeys and Demos has been telling, dude, you got to put it through another Donkeys and Demos. Yeah, he's like, you got to put your Synergy stuff through one of the power sections of one of your amps that you have, because that's what's lacking on that. The Syn 5050 is a good power amp, but there's other better power amps out there, and that's what the missing link is on that. I have to try that yet. I've been busy, but I want to try that. But yeah, the Synergy stuff's been parked upstairs for several months now. Because after playing through all these, like when I play through it with my Syn 5050, it sounds good. Like it's a good system. But there's magic in these amps that's just not happening with that right now. And I don't know if it's the power section or the modules or both or whatever, and the only way to figure that out is run them through a different power section and really test it and see and be fair. So that's one of the things that I got coming up, and I don't know what week I'm going to do it, but it's something I got to do before I decide on whether or not I'm going to keep the system. I have to give it a shot with that, and I might as well share it with an episode. So
Yeah. Renaissance Man says, I'm saving my Macallan 15 year for a special occasion. Every day's a gift, sir. You drink that right up, because you just never know.
Drink it.
Drink it right up.
Drink it right up.
The Chicago Todd says, Kemper just posted some pics on Instagram showing Guido working on some new profiles of some new Saldana with a Bogner gab.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, Guido makes good stuff. You know, he really does. Yeah.
Jay, you gotta send your dog to the other room. Bobby Lucky, how much below 0 are your rhythm tones to allow headroom for a live boost?
Good question. So basically, let me just show you. Like, all right, so here is the rhythm tone. So I'm going to switch from rhythm to lead now, and you'll hear the difference. Just quiets down a little bit, but it depends on your dynamic. So when I put my lead tones in there, they're according to my mixes. But if you're in a band with 2 guitar players and you got keyboards maybe or whatever going on, so you'll boost your stuff accordingly. So it all depends on your scenario. So, but I usually go, I don't know, like on the Kemper, I think it's like 2 whatever thingies on the volume above the rhythm tone, and that usually gets me fine. But again, that's for my mixes in my situation. You might be different, so it all depends.
He's definitely different.
Yeah.
Renaissance Man says, after I get moved into the new house and studio, I'll make a video toast to you on my YouTube channel at Tone Wars with the 15-year Macallan.
Thanks, man.
That sounds great. Let us know.
Yeah, make sure you share that with us, man. That'd be freaking awesome. Thank you so much. We're all about the shout outs and the toasts here.
That's funny. Well, we're at 8:57. Do you have anything else you want to play?
Well, I was thinking about playing one more. I'm a little nervous, though, because it's a new song.
Oh, stop. Just play it.
It's a new song, and I don't want to screw it up.
It's perfect, too. It's 3 shots and a chaser.
Three Shots and a Chaser is the name of this.
Just do it. They'll forgive you.
This is new. I've never played it live yet, and I got to get it out of my system anyways, right? So I might as well just do it tonight. I just got to remember what I do here. All right. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. All right.
Do it.
I'm going to totally... This is going to be a train wreck, but I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, 1 second. There.
You did it.
I got it out of my system. There's a few little
There you
bad
go.
notes in there, but whatever. I got it out. That's what you guys
sent
do.
you a $5 super chat.
Woo!
Thank you. He
Thanks,
said,
man.
Just do it.
Just do it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
Chicago Todd. It was a new song. It was called 3 Shots and a Chaser.
3 shots and a chaser, because that's what it takes for me to get through it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just got that kind of, energy to it,
Well, we've enjoyed tonight again.
Oh, yes, we have. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
We had a great discussion about a lot of cool things.
Yeah, it kind of took it at a life of its own there for a sec.
And I like
It
that.
was great.
I like that. That's what's so great about live streams. You never know what's going to happen. And you sounded amazing tonight.
Well,
so
thank you.
that was cool, and that's what we like to do. Just have a little variety. And, I thought, and I appreciate.
It was nice to have the Kemper back, too.
Yeah, I know. It was quiet in here.
And I like that. So.
It's so weird. Like, I'm so used to these amps just like,
know.
destroying my house while I'm playing. And it's just so like.
I didn't have to check before I
Yeah.
came in the basement. I was like, well, I can just walk in here and
It's so
my
quiet.
ears aren't destroyed.
I'm not used to that, man. That was cool. But I love the back and forth. I love all the comments and the questions and the interaction with you guys. I mean, seriously, if it
The
wasn't.
invitations to Greece.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
But if it wasn't for all that, I mean, the live stream wouldn't be what it is. So we really appreciate all of the contributions that you guys
Yeah.
make to make this show what it is. I mean, a lot of it's up to you guys too, and we really have to give you guys credit for that. So thank you. Thank you so much. So.
Steve Ivanchek says, Jarrod and Kari, you two get me through the week. Aw.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you so much.
Well, and right back at all of you, like you all get us through the week, because the one thing I think that everybody needs to get through life in general is purpose,
Yeah.
right? I mean, purpose is a huge, huge thing, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't practice as hard as I would. I wouldn't be writing all of this stuff that I write
You
because
wouldn't be spending as much money, though.
but it's fine because it's worth it. Because honestly, like coming on here and staying as sharp as I can anyways. I know I have my ups and downs with my playing every night, but whatever. But you guys give me purpose to write, to record, to come up with new things, to keep my skills up to par, and encourage me to do that. And honestly, like it if it wasn't for you guys, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be happening. I do this because of you, and I know it sounds corny, but it's the truth. Like, you guys give us purpose, so I very much appreciate that.
Steve says, thanks for the gear chats, Jarrod. You always message me back.
Ah, you're welcome, man. Thank you.
Sean Casey said, the new song rocks.
Oh, thanks. It'll get better. I'll get tighter. I always gotta get that bad one out of my system, where you know how it is when you play something for the first time,
Yes.
you're like, oh, here it goes. I hope this goes over well, and hopefully it'll get better and better as I play it.
Kari Costa says, Kari, love you so much, helping you, and that's good night from Greece. Oh, thank you. Good night. Enjoy the beautiful views and the beautiful weather.
And have a glass of wine for us,
Yeah.
will you? I mean, geez, thanks so much for being here. Well, go ahead.
Steve said it's all about the love of gear and music.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it is. We appreciate this community very much. Again, you give us a lot of purpose, and you give us a nice distraction from all the craziness in this world, and we hope we give you the same. And honestly, we're lucky to have you here. We're blessed and
I think next week we
privileged.
should have casual night.
Casual night.
Yes, we should
You
have
gonna wear your pajamas?
the comfy cozies.
All right. Well, we can do that.
Do comfy cozy Sunday night next week.
Yep, she's gonna be in her PJs, so that'll be funny. Are they the kind with the little
The onesie, the
yeah,
zip up
the onesie
onesie.
zip up.
I could probably acquire one of those. You careful what you ask for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, again, we really enjoyed tonight. I hope you guys all had a great Valentine's Day earlier today. Thanks for rounding out the evening with us.
Yes.
We'll see you Wednesday with Jarrod at 8 o'clock.
Yep,
And then next Sunday at 7.
that's right. Every day's a gift.
Thanks for spending yours with us.
Thank you so much, guys. God bless you, and we will all see you very soon. Have a good night, you guys. Take care.
Thanks for joining us here tonight at Tone Wars. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Please be sure to click like and subscribe to the channel so you'll get the notifications and never miss a show. We go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. See you next time.